Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of the J's Up podcast. I'm your host, Christopher NICANOR.
And I'm your co-host, Jaime Leal.
And today we are joined by many members of our PSJA Javelina family, and they are people who are enrolled in STC classes. And if you guys don't know, STC courses have started August 24th. So just this past week, and things have been really different than what we're used to. Although, if you have taken online STC courses before, it's probably something similar that you've seen before. But speaking for myself, I'm someone who never took an online class. So everything that's happening right now is totally different and completely new to me. And it's been a fun week figuring out everything. But that's basically what we're going to talk about today, is everything that's happening with STC, some questions. I mean, just some things that have happened and how we're feeling about online courses in general. So is everyone ready?
Yep.
Alrighty. So firstly, I just want you guys to introduce yourselves, what grades you're in, and how many classes you're taking at STC.
Start with the most beautiful, all of you, we'll start with Miss Isa Garza.
Okay, my name is Isa. Hi, my name is Isa Garza. I'm a senior this year at Southwest, and I'm taking 2 college courses this year.
Really?
Okay, Melissa?
Oh, hi, I'm Melissa. I'm Melissa. I'm a senior, and I'm also taking 2 college courses this year.
See.
Analda?
Beautiful,
My
Analda.
name's Analda, and including the core classes, the dual credits, I'm taking 4 college courses.
Wow. The junior year is difficult.
Beautiful.
Fernanda?
Okay, hi, my name is Fernanda. I'm a junior right now, and I'm currently taking 4 college classes.
Wow.
Yeah, junior year is hectic. So this week just passed, the first week of STC starting and things like that. And what are some of your guys' initial thoughts? I remember going in and first of all, 12 a.m. on August 24th, my phone was bzz, 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 all the Blackboard notifications for 20 minutes were coming in. This class has started and these are your 30 assignments for the first 4 weeks. I was like, what's going on right now? And so, I mean, it was just funny seeing that. But how are you guys feeling about the first week? How did it treat you?
Okay. A little overwhelming, obviously, like you said, because you see all these things that you need to get done. But I think just getting used to the whole environment of needing to meet at certain times during class or just completely this is your work, get it done. It's a very hands-off thing. And I know me personally, I really rely on that interaction with my professors or my teachers. If I have any questions, I can just ask and be answered right away, So needing to adjust to not really having that has been kind of weird for me, at least.
And I hear what you're saying, because the way I thought online classes were going to be was here's a textbook and I expect you to be a mathematician by the end of the year. And obviously that's not how it works. You can't just read a book and have some practice and expect to have perfected that class and learned everything that was supposed to be in this book. And I don't know, that was just a huge turnoff for me. But I mean, as it started, it was actually a lot more friendly than I thought. Teachers are available all day. And so, I don't know, that was pretty cool. Melissa, how are you feeling about this week? How did it treat you?
I've been so confused to what's going on because I didn't know I had college courses until barely Thursday, because I didn't get contacted by my counselor until Thursday. So I barely did everything yesterday.
Thursday, this past 3 days,
no,
2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a lot of work to do.
Oh,
yeah.
So you have been very active. It's because once college courses ended during the summer, I was like, okay, hands off. I don't want to look at Blackboard for however long I can. So then when I was reminded, I was like, oh shoot, maybe I should stay on top of this.
Yeah, and it's just been so hard for me personally to do my work and stay focused on it, because I don't have my own room and I have to share with my siblings, and they're always screaming and fighting, and especially to make sure I'm actually on top of my work. I'm just oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my sanity here.
Yeah, it's really overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for me, it's because thankfully I have a space where I can work, but there's a lot of people in the house and a lot of dogs in the house. So like trying to keep a quiet space is really hard sometimes. So I made a sign that's literally outside my door, like I'm in class or I'm out of class. Like you can come in if you want, you can't right now.
Or you're in a podcast.
Yes. Right now, that sign outside my door is I'm in class. So.
Anelda, how are you feeling?
So
How's the week
the
treating
only
you?
reason I was able to sign up for my classes on time was because we had that meeting in drama. I was like, wait, I think I need to sign up for classes. So I was getting really scared. I signed up on time, thankfully. But I just spent all of Monday freaking out over my classes and not getting anything done.
Yeah.
But then I started organizing myself and being like, okay, this day I do this day I do this, and so on and so forth. So I've been a little bit better about it, but it's just so hard because I get really distracted really easily. And just being here where I have to be self-motivated, and there's all these resources around me to be distracted by, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of my biggest problems. But
I have my Xbox like the same place I have my computer, and so it's like obviously I'm gonna make sure I prioritize and like do my work, but it's like right there, and it's so like
the temptations of
and
it.
it'll take like an hour, and then
and I'm like oh well, my computer's there, I could do it in like I'll do it at 8 o'clock at 8 a.m. and then I'll do it at 8:15. I'll do it at 8:30. I have the whole day. I'll do it at 9. I have the whole day. And it keeps getting longer and longer.
And the next thing you know, it's like 6 o'clock. It's like, where did the time go?
No, at 6 o'clock, I'm like, I could do it at 7. There's just no more time. It's so weird. But Fernanda, how did this week go for you?
Well, signing up for classes is like really easy. I hadn't emailed my counselor yet. Like that same day that I was planning on emailing her, she called me. So I was like, oh wow. So signing up for classes is super easy, but for me, it's more of like getting the work done because I procrastinate a lot. So I feel like now it's just like self-motivating myself, because when you're in school, it's like, oh, like you better do the work, or like, you know, you're the next day, like you're gonna embarrass yourself in front of the teacher. But now it's like, you know, you're in your own house and there's nothing really that like people can tell you. So for me, it's just like my work ethic, just getting it together, I guess.
Because in an environment, the teachers, they're like, hey, get your work done. You don't have any distractions. We don't have our phones. We'll be talking to our peers, but that'll like last a few minutes. Then you get right back to work. You know, it's very locked. It's the classroom is distracted. Do your work. And
they're expecting it, like the expectation is us working on the things that they were so adamant about taking away. I think that's so funny how it's like don't use your phone in class, and like now you have to use your phone for class.
You're on Zoom, and then you have your phone on like another app, like trying to get things done. Crazy.
Okay, I know you're gonna try and say something.
Okay. So the one thing that I wanted to bring up is that you had mentioned the counselors, and I gotta say they did an amazing job. I mean, I got a phone call too, and I was like wondering, like, okay, what classes am I gonna need for this school year? I mean, Miss Robles had it all worked out for me. Like, she had everything ready for me. It was a quick little call, and I was really, really excited that it wasn't stressful or annoying. Everything was really fast, and it got done quickly.
That's one thing that I'm really grateful for, because I think at least at our school, they've kind of figured things out. Okay, what would we do in this case scenario? And so they kind of troubleshot a lot of the things. So when it comes down to like getting our classes and figuring that sort of things out, I know a lot of freshmen too, they had an easy time like figuring out their schedules and things. And I know some of my friends from other schools had trouble kind of getting in contact with the help that they needed. So I think I think our admin and our counselors and teachers did a really good job when it comes to communication. So since, you know, we're doing this online, I think that's really important.
Yeah, because I mean, again, like you said, like Fernanda said, we're not there in school to experience the public shame of not doing your homework and then the teacher getting after you. Instead, it's like if you don't do your homework, you're gonna really feel punishment and fail class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like you said, that communication is number one, and I'm glad that we have that like top-notch communication. So, what is like the biggest positive you guys think to like online learning? Like, what is the greatest thing? I think the greatest thing is being able to like be in my bed and do my work, because that's awesome. And like I enjoy my bed, and if I could be in there all day, I gladly would. So I can be in there all day and yet still do my work. But obviously I have to find times to come out of my bed and like, I don't know, like really write inside a notebook and things like that. So I don't know. I was liking that like experience and that change. Like I'm comfortable and I don't know, it's like freeing in a way.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys feeling about that? What's the biggest positive to you guys?
No dress code.
Oh, that's true. You know, it's funny that you say that. You say no dress code, but I wear spirit shirts every day. There hasn't gone a day hasn't gone by where I'm not wearing a spirit. I swear. It's like the only thing in my wardrobe. This and like a few t-shirts.
At this point, like, what do I wear? Let me just throw in a school shirt. Like, it's just kind of
and yeah. I mean, they're comfortable. They're a little loose fitting on me. They're dry. Like, it's just it's comfortable and like. Thank you. I mean, no dress code, but I mean, it gets me in the mindset of schooling to wear spirit shirts every day, even though I did it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I could wear sweats. That's what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing sweats. And
yeah.
Wearing a long sleeve. Still.
Yeah, I don't wear jeans though. I'll tell you that I don't wear jeans when I'm working online. Anyone else? Like, what are some positives you guys think? What it's like?
I mean, I'm lucky enough to be able to like go downstairs and have a good lunch. A good lunch, not need to dress, eat like real quick, 1, 2, and then I got to go back to class. And take a time, sit down, and eat. That's something that I've been taking a lot of advantage of.
For sure. I mean,
yeah.
Alda?
We don't know. She disappeared. Oh, there she is.
Okay.
You there, Anna? Okay. I know you wanted to say something.
That's being weird. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I think the big positive is that I have more time to myself. Like instead of spending like 3 hours staying after school and then another hour waiting to get picked up and only having like maybe half an hour to myself at home. Now it's just, I'm done for the day. I log off and I can just start drawing or do whatever I want to do. And it's kind of blissful.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah. I mean, I every night I try and spend time with my friends, whether it be like in like a whole like big group call, or me and Jaime are playing games together with more of our friends. It's just like it there is a lot of free time. Whereas during the school year, you know, we're doing theater, we're doing other things, and it's like we get home and we just want to like eat and go to sleep, and like that's it. That's the only thing we want to do.
You have to do homework.
Oh yeah.
And then we have to find some way to fit in homework. Yeah. So I mean, you're totally right about the whole like you have time to yourself, and I think that's wonderful. And like you can learn, like if you want to crunch out a week's work for a class, you can do that and then be free for the week. That's amazing.
That's true.
Like,
I did that a lot.
You don't have to wait in anticipation. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to like be like, okay, no, like you don't have to like wait to like come to the next class and like, yeah, it's all there and you could just shoot it off.
Yeah.
Like on Thursday, I pretty much had all my work done. I just had to do a quiz. But yesterday, today, tomorrow, I have free basically. I could just get a head start on my work, but having these free days is really cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The free time is really great.
Do you have a positive?
I'd say the same thing as Anna Alda, just like more time to myself. I got a memory today from a year ago, and I was staying after school for James, and I would come back home tired, and I would complain about it. I would complain about being tired and having to stay after school. And now it's funny because it's like I want to feel tired, like from actually doing something, you know, not tired from like being stuck at home, tired that like I'm actually being
like
productive,
physically,
you know?
like go to sleep.
Yeah.
I haven't been.
And when she says James, she means James and the Giant Peach, not my friend Jaime
Like yeah,
Leal.
I'll play at the school.
I mean, again, when I came into the whole like online learning, and like obviously we spent like, what was it, like 2 months with it after spring break, or however much amount of time, and then if you did summer classes, I mean, those were all online. And I mean, it was just weird starting a year
And
like,
not being shit.
yeah. And like, and then the fact that we're starting a new year and it still feels like we haven't necessarily really started and we never really finished. So it just feels like a bunch of empty beginnings and endings. And I don't know. It just feels like,
especially like the start of senior year, like our last year in high school, this is how we have to do it, which I was thinking a lot about the other day. Like it kind of sucks because, you know, you wait 3 years of your life to, or shoot, even longer sometimes, to like get to this point. And you have all these things planned out. And I know for me, like senior year, I was like ready for it. I was ready. I was so excited. And then to kind of have like the beginning of it taken away, especially since it's football season.
That's true.
And you're a cheerleader.
So that was something I was a little bummed out about, but you know, we'll just adjust.
You got to make what you can. You know what I mean? You got to make what you can of the situation. I mean, and like considering the situation, considering like everything that's going on. I mean, I want to say like personally, like I'm good considering the situations. Like I things are great, and I mean, it really does suck that we don't have like this like actual high school experience, and instead it's like this botched version of online learning that is, I don't know, like trying to learn something in a FaceTime call with a stranger. I don't know. That's just
it feels weird.
Yeah, a bunch of other people who are radio silent, and you know, you see like a thumbs up pop up here and then, and it's like,
oh, okay. Or like, can you repeat that? Like somebody texts, can you repeat that? Okay.
And then they try and figure out what they're trying to repeat for the next 2 minutes. And it's like, did you mean this or this or this?
And somebody logs off, or somebody logs back in, and it's like, oh, let's catch up.
Yeah, and it's like, is everyone on this page? No, okay, let's wait. Oh, I'm having troubles. Then we have to troubleshoot this one person for 3 minutes. And then, okay, is everyone on the page? Yes. Oh, someone logs out. And oh my gosh.
It's just chaotic.
It's crazy.
It is chaotic, but I mean, we're trying. The teachers are definitely trying. They're putting in everything they can. I know if they would have it one way, they would say we would be in school, because I know the teachers are those kinds of people and they love to have that interaction with their students. And I mean, it's just, I mean, we have to bear with it. I mean, it's a new beginning for all of us. And I mean, whatever comes out of it, I mean, we're learning as we go, you know, we're making bumps and bruises as we go. But I mean, so far, looking at it, starting off, we haven't even started normal school yet. So like high school starts.
I was thinking about that. I was
when is that? September
8th, I believe.
That's my birthday.
Tuesday. Your birthday?
Yeah.
We'll have a special starting school birthday podcast for Jaime Leon. And no, yeah, like we haven't even started actual school. We're like it's synchronous or asynchronous and things like that, where we're in like, where every class you're in class. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the only class that I'm in class for right now is pre-calculus. And it's just like, I mean, we're there and, you know, we're just there, and then one person's talking and you don't have faces to names, and people, you just see names, and it just like, it messes with my head a little bit. But
yeah.
I mean, an advantage of like the schooling that's going on is like, I don't have to be like in this classroom. Like, let's say like I know I saw some people who weren't at Southwest enrolled in like a Southwest teachers DC course. Oh. So it was like, So like, if you want to take a course with this professor, you totally can. Or like, I don't know. I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Like, that's a really cool advantage for like college courses and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
I have like 89 students in my government class, and from everywhere. I mean, Hidalgo, Westlaco. I mean, they're from everywhere, and I mean, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, but I mean, what else are we gonna do? I mean, it's really cool. I'm glad. I'm probably gonna get to meet some of these people through messages and whatnot, and maybe get to learn together. And I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
Have you guys experienced someone typing in like their name and their age and them being like 20 or 22?
Yeah.
Have you guys experienced that yet?
Classes I did. I was like, whoa. There was this woman that I was taking a class with, and we were working on a project together. She was married. She had 2 kids. She was working a job, and she was going to school.
Go her.
Yeah. I was like, dang, girl, you go. Like, she really.
Yeah. That's dope. But I mean, it's crazy how like we have this like it's literally real college experience with real professors who, like, you know what I mean?
And we're
I think that's such a, yeah. And
like, it's,
you know, you're starting as soon as your second semester of freshman year. So yeah, like that's,
yeah. And then
so
a whole
cool.
other people don't really have that experience. Like, I think about like high schools that don't have dual credit programs. I was like, wow, you guys have, you know, like we get such an advantage, you know. We don't have to this much of our school, like our basic, you know. And I think that's crazy awesome.
If we did, like, I wonder how not easy it would be, but how different, like, if we just didn't take any. That's so weird to think about. That's really weird to think about.
Now, with like what we've been taught, it'd probably be like a breeze. Be like, okay, cool, just go to class. But I don't know. Yeah,
who knows? We're not in that situation, thankfully. And I mean, it's good to finally like talk to students who, you know, we could see each other and it's not typing over a Zoom call or a Google Teams call or Meets, or I don't even know. There's so many Google things that we're using that's like, it's getting confusing at this point.
One thing that I was kind of that I kind of didn't really like about online classes is that each class requires so many like different applications to use. So you're constantly having to log into so many different accounts for just one class. And then there's a whole set of them for another class. So it's kind of hard to keep up. And that was one thing that I know that I wasn't really too happy about. But
yeah, and I'm feeling like I have to log in to check if I have like an assignment on like 15 different apps.
That's
like
my
I'm
work.
logging in. And, like, and I'm like, oh, did I forget something? And then I check. I have to spend 30 minutes looking through 15 apps. And I'm like, oh, great, I didn't. Or, thankfully, I checked for 30 minutes and I found it. But like, oh man, yeah, that's something that I don't know. I think it's so funny. But I like that you mentioned that, you know, you can go downstairs and you can like, or you can go to your kitchen and just have like a nice like meal for lunch, or even just like a ham and cheese sandwich. Like usually, like I can say, you know, I used to tell myself, oh yeah, I'm gonna make myself a lunch and pack it for school and some chips and a soda or whatever, right? And I was always like, man, that's easy. That's gonna take like 3 minutes to do, and like put it in a little bag and then just go to school, like easy. But it's never that easy. I always wake up and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do this.
I'm tired.
I don't want to make myself a sandwich. I don't want to put chips in a bag. What am I doing right now? And now it's like, I can just go downstairs and make that sandwich for lunch. When I need to eat, when I'm hungry, like when it's essential, rather than, it's easy to tell yourself like, oh, I'm going to do this. But whenever it's not like essential, you feel like, oh, well, I don't really have to do this. So in the morning, I'm always like, oh, I don't need to pack myself lunch. But when I'm hungry at like 12:30, I'm like, man, I want a ham and cheese sandwich. I can go make myself a ham and cheese sandwich. I think that's so cool. That's so cool.
I've been gosh, the amount of cooking I've been able to do because of online classes has been crazy.
I wish I hopped in. Yeah, I wish I hopped in the kitchen. What are some gourmet meals a la Isa Garza?
As far as the household foods, let me tell you, my brother has mastered a bread recipe. Mastered it. We've made calzones, fresh, homemade pizza dough. What else? Salads. I've learned how to make a Caesar dressing. We've just been like clearing out our freezer and fridge constantly. So we've been eating a lot.
That's I actually got a grill.
A lot of
as an early birthday present, and I cannot wait to use that because
why can't you use it, Jaime?
Because it's not my birthday. That's what I keep getting told, and I'm like, I know it's not my birthday, but you got me this grill, and I want to use it, and I'm not allowed to use it, but I'm gonna make some mean.
It's your grill?
Yeah, it's my grill. I want it.
You can't use it until your birthday.
So is it even your grill yet?
Huh?
Is it even your grill yet?
Yes, I assembled it and everything, and I can't use it. So it's just, I mean, it is what it is, and so I just gotta wait. But yeah, I can't wait to start cooking some mean foods, and I mean, yeah.
I mean, I haven't even asked you guys. How are you guys doing? Well, I mean, considering like the situation with COVID and things like that, how have you guys been doing?
Like mental health wise, or like just like in general?
I mean, in general, how have you been doing?
I've just been vibing straight up.
Going day by day, you know.
Yeah.
You're not doing what you're doing today is probably what you're gonna be doing tomorrow and the day after.
Trying not to murder my brothers because they're so annoying. I love them, but they're so annoying.
When I was asking her if she wanted to do the podcast, she sent me a voice message, and she was getting mad at kids because they kept yelling and stuff. And she's like, "Be quiet, be quiet." Yes, I would like to do the podcast.
And then like the fact that
I guess.
And like the fact that I don't have my own room, it's just like, oof, yeah.
Like I remember telling myself like, oh man, like I can't wait to spend more time with like my family because like with theater, like we would always be busy and like I just never had time, like real like quality time with my family.
Yeah.
And now that I have infinite amounts of it, it's like I'm gonna be in my room for today, and that's it. So,
but I need a break.
Yeah, and like my dog, he's become so dependent on us being home. I'm scared for when we leave. Yes, I'm scared for when we head back to like the normal world. I'm just so scared for that.
Because I have a little dog over here, and he naturally is pretty clingy. But now he'll cry at you. Like if you're standing up and you're not looking at him or touching him, he will yell for attention. It's ridiculous.
My dog would never do
that.
Go ahead.
My dog's in his bed right now. Just like he just walked into my room and opened the door, which is why I got up. And he just comes in here like he owns the place because he practically does. He does anything he wants all day.
My dog opens the door too, and he opens the door all the way. Like he can't just stick his nose through and pull it. He has to open it all the way. He's sleeping.
Aww.
Is he sleeping?
Sleeping. He's taking a little nap.
Dogs sleep all day. Like you wonder, what are you tired of? And then, I mean, you just never know.
They're just tired of being adorable. They're just tired of being adorable.
Tired of looking at us do stupid stuff. That's what they're tired of.
I wonder, like, when we're like on our phones or like looking at a TV screen, do they know like we're watching something, or do they think like we're just like looking at like a square? I've been wondering that. Like, obviously, you think so? Like, they know like we're
looking at something since they can see like the movement or whatever.
The TV, like, expecting something to happen. Like, so they're watching it. They know what's happening, or that's at least what I get from it, right?
Right. I guess we'll have to all just become dogs one day. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining. Any last thoughts on schooling? What you guys are hoping for? Obviously, we're all hoping to get back to school. I think we're all hoping for that. Because, I mean, we just want to be in class and, like, talk to our teachers and talk to our peers and start on theater and do a bunch of different stuff and get back to cheer and get back to football season and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we want just normal year.
Yeah, I miss talking to, like, random people and making them my friends, you know? Like, going up to a random stranger, you know?
But, yeah, it's been a fun conversation. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on everything that's going on. Thank you for sharing, some personal things about your life going on, your dogs, your cooking, things like that. And remember, guys, everyone watching, stay safe, stay informed, and thank you for watching the J's Up podcast. It's been fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.